WISER, an acronym for the Wireless Information System for Emergency Responders, is a resource first responders use to figure out how to deal with hazardous material incidents, like accidents involving tanker trucks or chemical plants. When first responders arrive at situations involving hazardous materials, they have to quickly assess the situation in order to protect people and the environment. To do this, they rely on information from several sources, as well as common sense and environmental factors like wind direction. WISER aggregates the information into a useful application for Apple and Android devices, as well as desktop computers, and online at webwiser.nlm.nih.gov. It then couples the information from those trusted resources with useful tools like an interactive protective distance map and comprehensive decision support, which provides first responders with the resources and knowledge to save lives and minimize the impact on the environment and physical property. This video briefly overviews key features of WISER's iPhone version for a first responder. Specific tutorial videos are planned for the future. WISER gathers chemical, biological, and radiological information from a lot of sources, including the National Library of Medicine's Hazardous Substances Data Bank, known as the HSDB, Chem, and REM resources, as well as the Department of Transportation's Emergency Response Guidebook 2016 and the WMD Response Guidebook. The first time you use WISER, it asks you to select a profile that best describes you. This customizes your home screen and substance data to focus on information that you're more likely to use. To later change your selection, touch Settings. We'll start with a quick explanation of Search Known Substances. If you come to a scene and know exactly what substances you're dealing with, you can search for that substance by name or identifier. Touch the name when it appears. This screen links to lots of information that you might otherwise have to look for using several resources, including the Emergency Response Guidebook, the NFPA, protective distance information, and a protective distance map. Another likely situation is arriving at an incident and not knowing what the substance is that you're trying to control, contain, or treat. If this happens, touch Help Identify Unknown Chemical. From here, enter any criteria you know to filter potential hazards by properties and symptoms. Use the NFPA diamond and transport information to reduce potential results. When you reduce the number of chemicals to a manageable list, you can touch each one to learn more about it. When you select one, the same page opens that you saw when you touched a known substance from the home page. WISER gives you several different ways to identify and address hazmat situations. WISER also includes NLM's Chem, an acronym for Chemical Hazards Emergency Medical Management. CHEMIST, the Chem Intelligent Syndromes tool, is a prototype decision support tool developed by experts in medicine and emergency response as an aid for identifying the chemical a patient was exposed to in a mass casualty incident. The last features that we'll look at in this overview are the radiological tools. They include a dose estimator and radiation unit converter, as well as quick references for emergency contacts and a list of on-site activities. The section includes content from NLM's Radiation Emergency Medical Management, known as the REM tool, and the Radiological Terrorism Emergency Management Pocket Guide for clinicians. WISER, developed by the National Library of Medicine at the National Institutes of Health, strives to aggregate the resources emergency responders need and provide those resources in easy-to-use ways that help protect you and the people you fearlessly protect.